Am I back? Hello? Hello? Am I live now? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Oh, I hear you. Oh, okay. No one said anything. I was like, oh god, we're still down. I don't know what happened. The screen just went. Oh, I gotta like. What the hell? Both of my screens just suddenly went black. And then they popped up to the screen that would be like if I turned my PC off but left the screens on, that was like the no input, blah 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 blah. And I was like, but I would have thought my PC just like crashed and turned off. Except I could still hear the game in the background. So it's like my PC was running but was, I don't really know how to describe what that was. We probably lost our game progress, I imagine. That was the weirdest thing. I don't know what the hell that was. It just like went black. And then I was like, and then I couldn't do anything to get it. Like, I tried to just like not have to reboot because I was like, I was like, if I reboot, then I'm gonna have to, you know, then I'm probably gonna lose my progress in the game. And I was like, I prefer not to. No, instead only the Scottish people. If the Scottish people want to try and kill my stream, they're gonna have to do better than that. But yeah, that was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced. Let me like. I don't know what the hell happened. Okay, I think we're back. Alright, we'll continue with the game. My guess is that it's gonna take us to where we started, but I'll just try and like zoom through the things we already saw. That was, and the other weird thing is when I rebooted and I booted it up, like my Streamlabs page was not on my game. It was on the starting soon screen, and I was like, what? Which was odd because like I would have thought it would still be on. Like usually Streamlabs saves where the last point, the screen went black. I saw it on the feed that didn't show, but it went black for me, and I was like, not again. All right, let's see where this takes us to. That was the oddest thing. I haven't had a stream crash out in a while. If that doesn't happen, I don't know. I think it was an issue with the all signs would point to it was an issue with the PC. I probably, realistically, I bet PC's probably slightly overdue for a cleaning. And by slightly overdue for a cleaning, I mean I haven't cleaned it since I got it, and I got it. Okay. It took us back just to the start of the day.
We're starting this week with a warning from Lucinda.
Okay. So I just have to redo the Haggis thing, but again, I think you can skip through discussion.
KNW6 TV crew
I don't believe I can skip Lucinda, though.
With Connor Bryce. As a big fan, I just had to ask
well, that was
him
odd.
for an autograph. He asked me for my name, but he kept calling me Linda. Even after I corrected him twice.
How bizarre.
Isn't that just rude?
Oh, there's the
That's
fox.
rude indeed, Linda. I mean, Lucinda, of course. Sorry about that. The weather prediction for today, bright but chilly. Enjoy your day and the music.
All right. Take two. Right, because it wouldn't have been. It's weird. It wasn't just like a graphic issue of like the connection between the PC and the monitors went kaput. Because if that happened,
And parcel.
stream wouldn't. It wouldn't have cut stream automatically. But it wasn't
Hi
like
there,
that. The
lady.
piece.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello,
Oh, is there not a way to skip?
Got a delivery for the diner. Kay.
Okay, we're gonna just listen again.
Not from the
Sorry.
general store, I see.
Don't think so. It seems way too heavy to be full of hot air.
Oh well. Okay, so before I leave, we had this awesome
Sorry, I don't.
girls' night
I
yesterday,
swear I
thanks to
could
Beth.
skip.
It was hilarious.
No,
When I
none of
first
these are
saw where
skipping.
we were
I guess I
going, My
can't.
brain went, oh my god. And when the guy showed us what
Sorry,
we were
I
gonna
don't know
do,
what
my brain
happened.
went,
It was the
oh
weirdest
my
thing.
God. And when we started, it was so yuck, but also so cool, you know? I've never done anything like that before, and I love that I got a chance to find out. But then again, I doubt that I will ever try it again.
Did everyone make it back?
Yes,
I
the
hope
girls'
so. I'm gonna watch and be like, what's that sudden drop in the viewership?
Well, whatever happens on girls' night and all that.
Well, it's not exactly a secret.
Oh, they don't
We
let
made
you not.
haggis.
I was like, let me avoid.
Oh, Gesundheit.
I said haggis. It's a Scottish dish made from a sheep's
Nope,
liver.
we don't
lungs,
get to it.
heart,
We don't
and
get to
suet,
avoid
all
the.
stuffed into a sheep's
Well, I
stomach.
guess.
It's this fascinating traditional gourmet staple stemming from the 15th century. Would you believe?
Beth, this is
All
why
of us
once
have
you
been
move
written
out,
about
no
it.
one talks about you in the next game or in the base game.
Meat on top of meat? Sign me up.
I have some leftover.
Because
from
you're
last
weird.
night, if you're interested.
And you make people make haggis.
It was so gross. I have nightmares about
But like,
zombie
I
shit
heard
for
the
weeks.
end of their conversation play out once it
Okay,
crashed.
hate to leave you two, but I really have to sort out this delivery.
But
ASAP.
yeah,
Before you
reboot
go
or
bananas.
refresh if
Talk
if
soon.
it has
Thanks
a
again
pop.
for the great
I
evening,
should.
Beth.
I'm worried to tab out of
Bye.
the game, but I should
Bye,
post.
Kay.
Um,
Well, now, I really should get back to the grind as well. Those New Year's price reductions aren't going to fix themselves.
refresh the page. Hopefully, everyone will see that. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. We'll see. I won't hold that against myself if the. Okay, but now that's there, so hopefully everyone should get that.
Hold on, Beth. Quick word about Saturday.
Oh? What's on your mind?
Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Don't you worry about me, Thomas. I'm fit as a fiddle. Now, if that's
Does
all,
Beth
I really
die
need to
in
get
between?
back to the
Oh, now I'll
bookstore.
feel bad.
I don't mean to pry. I just want
Does
to make
Beth
sure everything's
die in between
What do you mean?
this and the main game?
good. Are you sure there's nothing wrong?
Okay, you've got me.
Oh my god, no,
We
she's
sit
sick.
down here
Oh
for a
god.
bit. Heavens, I do feel a bit caught out. But I have to admit, it does warm my heart to know that I cannot fool my friends. Well, out with it, Beth. You see, it's my eyes,
Oh.
Thomas. I have glaucoma.
Maybe that's why they
which
don't
means
talk about.
my optic
No,
nerve
you
is
don't.
deteriorating.
She just has
I found
glaucoma.
out a few months ago.
She's just going blind.
Oh no.
She's
Have
died.
you told anyone about it?
She's
I haven't
meditating.
told Emily yet.
She's
Daniel
died.
knows. It's not that bad yet, but it's not getting any better either.
I don't think you die from
The thing
glaucoma.
is, this kind of condition happens slowly. And I haven't been the fastest in getting it treated, but they can stabilize it. That's why I wasn't able to fix the parcel on my own last Saturday. And that's why I'm starting
Oh.
to miss a few details.
Well, at least
here
she's
and there
not
when I'm in the
dead.
store.
She just
Or
is forgotten by all of her
asking for
friends.
peas instead of beans at Christmas dinner with all of my friends.
Oh
of all
yeah, I
places.
thought that was odd, but I didn't really question it.
I had no idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
It's sweet
She
of
thought
you,
they were
but there
peas
is
because
no
she
need
can't
to
see.
treat me any differently. I've been going about my business as usual, first and foremost, because the deterioration is so gradual. Until I couldn't really do the little things anymore. Things like reading small print are getting difficult, which was a painful thing to accept at first. Working in the bookstore is starting to give me more issues than I'd like. Getting older. It's a strange thing, isn't it? It's like that Robert Frost poem. The afternoon knows what the morning never suspected.
She is great.
Doesn't
I'm
mean
like, I don't
wouldn't
even have
mind
to play the
taking a little
game. I'm
nap
just
in
here
between from time to time,
experiencing.
though.
Is she still driving? Let's hope not.
Is this why you're really leaving for Georgia? I mean, will you be able to take care of yourself in the long run?
It is a big part of why I'm leaving, yes. But at the same time, it isn't.
How's that?
What I'm trying to say is, when you really
And she just
look
I'm like, I don't
in
have
the
to do
end,
anything.
it's
I'm
not all
basically a
bad.
passive participant
see,
in this.
Every limit is a beginning as well as an ending, as T.S. Eliot puts it. For me, there's really no use dwelling too much on that limit. I can't change it anymore at this point anyway. But I do have a choice in how to deal with it. Plus, Georgia has a
It just,
lot
if
to
she
offer museums,
was mentioned
social
or stuff
clubs,
in the
and
first game, it
most
would
importantly,
have
my
more
family.
impact.
If you look
But
at
she
it like
doesn't
that, getting older may still
she,
feel like a
they
cursed
don't
time,
ever
surely,
mention her
but
in the second game.
I
In
also
the,
see
I
each
keep calling
new
it the
year as a
second
gift.
game.
An
You know what I mean?
opportunity to start new adventures, explore, and have more fun. You can't take something like that for
So it's
granted.
like I have no connection to this character.
I feel a quote coming on.
As soon as you feel too old to do a thing, do it. As Margaret Deland said.
There she is.
Well, I guess I really should be going now.
I guess you
Thank you once
should.
again, Thomas. I do feel better now that
I
it's
wish
out.
I would have this
You're a
job.
good
This seems
friend.
very easy. Like he gets to
Anytime,
he
Beth.
doesn't
Bye
have
now.
there's no sense of urgency. He can just sit and have a long conversation. 1 second, I gotta check one thing. He's just like sitting, chatting. Like he doesn't. There doesn't seem to be much of an impetus to like, I don't know, do his job in like at all a timely manner. Okay, 1 second. Let me make sure everything. I think we're okay. I just. Okay. Okay, we're good. You could be a male person. No, that much drive. I'm not the driving. Like if I could deliver mail from like my car, maybe, but like no, that wouldn't be the moment for me. It wouldn't be a very good fit. Okay, what are we doing? Have we here's the question. Have we all enjoyed the DLC? I don't know. I've really enjoyed it. I just feel it's... I don't know if anyone else has really been all that bothered about it. Or I have to deliver to Tom's guy. I don't think Tom's here, though, to hear my commiseration. No, Maple, I just mean I feel like people definitely got behind
Bert's
the
out of town for the holidays. But he did ask me to keep an eye on his place.
First game, or the base game, and then the DLC, not so much. I guess that is probably the best place to film. Yeah, you get the...
Okay,
Oh.
are we rolling?
I should have
We're
known it'd be a
rolling.
cutscene.
We're
I was
rolling.
like, I'm just delivering a
Okay,
letter.
let's
I
get this
feel
in
like it
one.
won't.
I'm freezing my ass off. When Chekhov saw the long winter, he saw a winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life. In the summer months,
Wow,
this lake
quite
is
the-
bustling with activity. As the local fishermen cast their rods, the tourists plunk down hard-earned cash. to
No, I
rent a
just mean,
boat
like, I don't
and
know.
spend a delightful sun-soaked day on the water. Not so during this particularly harsh winter, however. Now the
Sorry, did those
watery
birds
heart
just
of
fly
Providence
into the
Oaks
ice?
finds
Did
itself
anyone else
completely frozen over? No.
Am I-
That won't do as an analogy because now we're sort of implying that residents have grown cold-hearted.
anyone
during
else
the
see
winter.
the birds like
Doesn't
actively
work,
fly
doesn't
down
scan.
through the ice?
Yeah. And what was with that Chekhov stuff?
I don't get it. Chekhov?
Like for
I'm not losing it, right? We all saw that.
Right. Let's try something else. Hey, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. How's it going?
I think it's the same bird animation from the main game. I think is the birds will fish. Oh.
Hi, Mr. Price. Did you enjoy the movie last night?
That makes. I was like, am I
ask
losing?
you a couple of questions on camera? Just simple stuff about the town.
Sure.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Great.
That makes
Just,
sense because I was
move
like,
over here. Are we both in the shot?
I was like, how hard?
Yeah,
would,
that's
why would
fine.
they have? But that
This'll
makes
be
sense if it's from the
great.
game.
The lake as a backdrop. Perfect. Let's go. All right.
Now I'm like, I can't
This
focus.
is-
I'm just gonna be watching for birds.
His name is Thomas Weiss.
I knew that. Thomas and I go way back. As the local mailman for truly countless years, Thomas Weiss knows Providence Oaks like he knows
It's
the
wild.
back
Like they
of
see the
his
shiny
own
scales,
hand.
pluck the fish out of the water, and
So,
leave it on land
Mr.
to die.
Weiss, how
Well-
would you characterize this small, cold town and its warm?
I went from fun. Hi, Adam. Adam, how are you? Adam, I was talking about you. I had some opinions on you. Do you want to know what I was saying about you?
That's easy, Connor.
No,
Whether you're new in
well,
town or have
good.
lived
I
here
wasn't
for
going to
ages,
tell you.
What's clear is this. This gorgeous little lake town of ours seems simple enough, although it's not without its
Maple, that's not
complexities.
what I said. I said of all Canadian people I know, Adam probably sounds vocally the least Canadian. And I said I wonder if it's by virtue of being an actor that it's like been trained out of him.
But one thing's for certain. Anyone who's ever seen the views from atop the mighty watchtower
Honestly
knows
offensive. I don't think you're not Canadian. I think you don't have much of a Canadian accent.
Providence Oaks is breathtaking.
And I don't think that's an incorrect thing to say.
And you'll know what will always ring true is...
Where were you yesterday evening? Do you really want to know where I was January 6th?
Here, a goodbye never has to be a farewell.
And cut. Ah, that's so sweet, Thomas Weiss.
Calgary.
Completely unusable.
Alberta is
but
more
sweet.
Texas than
I know,
Canada.
I've got goosebumps.
Yeah, that went well, kind of.
Remember
Now,
moments? I saw Adam has
let's
his
scout out the
moments.
establishing shots at the far end of the pier. Let's go, Connor.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Where were you,
Gabe,
Addie?
you
Yes.
can take 5.
On
My
January
advice would be to
6th
take
of
those
that
5 in the
year,
van to reduce the risk of any further ass freezing off incidents.
I was.
Noted. Thanks, Ilsa.
Where was I? That was the day that my phone. Oh, it's my favorite song. Back right out of your boots when you smile, witchcraft. I was on January 6th, it would have been 2021, right? My phone completely bricked itself, and so Hope and I spent the entire day trying to get it
Fancy
fixed.
handwriting on this one.
This young guy, oh, the boom mic guy, yeah. Oh, we'll add an ad. When I use my witchcraft. Oh,
Mr. Weiss.
oh, hold on. I'll wait till we're back from ad. I don't want anyone to miss Sounds sus. No phone, no evidence. That's that was a plot line in the most, I want to say season 3 of The Morning Show. It turns out one of the, I don't really understand everything fully how that works, but one of the main ladies went undercover in the Capitol during the insurrection and saw her brother there, and then she deleted the footage so that he wouldn't go to jail. But then there were emails about it, and like they got hacked and the emails got leaked. So like
Thomas?
it
Sir?
became known
Hi,
she did
Gabriel.
this,
What's
so
up?
she had to go to jail. And I want to say it was
We'll be
Reese
ringing in the new year
Witherspoon
right here
who's
in
the one who
Providence
did
Oaks.
that.
So, my mom is shipping over my tuxedo.
Oh,
You
that's
make sure
precious.
it
He's wearing a
arrives okay.
tuxedo
She said
to
she
New
clearly
Year's.
marked the package Serrano Room 2.
Oh, of course.
Yes,
Mailman's
I got
promise.
it right. I don't watch the morning show, but a podcast I listen to recaps it every week, and I'm listening and I'm just like, what the hell is going on this damn show?
So, how did you and Ilsa like the movie?
Oh man, it was beautiful.
I don't know season 2
Heavy
as well, but
stuff.
I
At
have
the end,
happened.
Ilsa totally had tears in her eyes. And, well,
And Jennifer
spoiler
Aniston
hiding.
and John
There is
Hamm
something else I wanted to
hooked
ask you
up?
about. I guess I'm curious. How
Did that
you,
happen? Is that
like,
right?
Woo your wife.
It's very good. You should watch it. I don't have Apple TV Plus. That's like the one streaming service we don't have access to.
It's pretty simple and cliched. She's my high school sweetheart. I took her to the fairy tale dance.
Have you ever
and
heard
snuck off
my
to
opinion on
snooks
high
under the
school
bleachers,
sweethearts?
And the rest is ancient history.
Even college to an extent, but
I'm
college
guessing that doesn't help you with what you really want to know.
I'm more lenient on, but I have a lot of opinions about high school sweethearts.
And that's none of my business. It's between you and Ilsa.
Maple, was that ever
it
one of my
down.
outs on the
Don't mention her
podcast?
name.
You'd know. Maple's a historian of the
Yeah,
of the now
Terrible at
defunct
that kind of stuff.
podcast Hope and I Have.
It's just
We're looking at
using,
bringing
like,
it
wise
back in the
man,
new year,
wise
but we're
man.
working on. No,
I really appreciate your advice.
I don't like it. I never like it. I feel
Okay,
like
then.
you lock
My
yourself down.
advice-
Oh, I'll let them. You lock yourself down if you just like marry your high school your sweetheart, and that's the only person you're ever with, and blah blah blah. It's like you lock yourself down so early, and you never really get to like experience life. You know what I mean? Is that like completely off base, and everyone is like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Or like, because I feel like it's just so early, and it's like, okay, this is it. I'm with this person forever, and it's like you've been with this person since you were 15, and that's it forever. Like you are a child, and you've locked yourself, and that's it for I don't know. It don't sit right with me. I don't think you really get to have life, right?
Is to think about how things felt last night. Let that guide your decision. It might sound corny.
So
but you
anytime
can't go
I
wrong
hear about
following your
college trees, I'm like, I don't like
And is
that.
your
I don't like
definitive
it,
judgment?
and I feel bad for them that they didn't get to have that experience. So, and to think of only ever sleeping with one person in your lifetime. Can you imagine? It's like what I. Ugh.
Definitive judgment sounds a little heavy-handed.
Like IDK, if a nice guy wanted to marry me out of high school, then maybe I would have.
All
I just
done.
don't love it.
Hey, what
People can
are
have hope
you
in me. I
two
just
choosing
are the
about?
people who are marrying their high school sweethearts doing that? No, they are not.
Oh, we were discussing the
Maybe
delivery of
I
Gabriel's New
don't.
Year's Eve attire.
I
Excellent.
sincerely
Now
doubt
start the
it.
engine, Gabriel. We're rolling out pronto. Man alive, it's cold today.
On it, Mr. Price. Thanks, Thomas. You've been
I
a
feel
huge
like I don't
So,
think the
take good
straights
care
are
of
doing
that
that.
tux, yeah?
No, for
Will do.
straights it's called
Bye,
being
folks.
swingers, and the straights are swingers. So I don't know. I checked Discord DMs. If this is not something important, Adam is in trouble. I didn't expect feet pics, Adam. Adam sent me feet pics. It was hot. Oh shit. This would have, if I look at chat at all, I immediately crash. I mean, there are literally a million ways to live a sad, depressing life, Addie. Just ask Adam. Wow, Adam catching God. The truck veers to the right. Like, it tends towards the right. That was harsh. Adam caught a stray for no... Now, listen, I'm all for Adam's slander, but that was brutal. Not just any feedbacks. Yes, Adam was wearing Grimace slides. Is that how you would describe those? Actually, I'm going the wrong way. I should turn up there, and then I can loop around. I was going to say Grimace Crocs, but they don't appear to be Crocs. They're more like slides. Oh, god damn it. Oh, they are Crocs. They looked fuzzy. Oh, they're sandals. Well, that's more what I was going for, is they're not like the full Croc. They're a sandal. Oops, I misunderstood where the mailbox for this was. Did you get the Shrek Crocs? No, I don't do Crocs.
Oh, Thomas, hello there. Could you be a sweetheart and bring that over to
And
me?
here I thought this was just going to be a letter delivery.
Oh, careful now.
But it was to a
Robert's
house
of
of
the
someone we knew,
snow,
so I should have
but
known.
It's still a bit slippery. Thank you so much. If only I still had the balance and agility of my feline friends. Oh, and good day to you, of course.
I need to... Next week I have my last week of training at work, and then once I'm done with that, I get to go to my normal schedule, which will be only 4 days a week, and I'm very ready for that.
Why, hello, Mildred. Plus cat.
Not just any cat, Thomas.
They've asked if I want
It's Mortimer.
to go up
Why, you said he was
to
your
full time, and I'm like,
Remember that, Mortimer?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Now I recognize him. Oh, good old Mort.
Immer.
Right, Mortimer.
So,
The
what
money
do
would
you
be
have for
nice,
me
but having
today,
3 days
Thomas?
off would also be nice.
Just a letter.
Let's see.
So I haven't decided. I basically said I gotta
This
feel
sounds
out.
Interesting. Apparently, I need to make a few copies of this letter, and if you send this letter along with $5 to the first 6 people on this list, your name will be added to the bottom. Soon enough, your name will
Oh,
rise
no.
to the top. Then many people will send you $5. You will earn lots of money with one
Oh
small
no,
investment.
Mildred's getting scammed.
What a great idea! What do you think, Mortimer?
Mildred.
Chainmail like
it's
this is also a
classic
federal
chain
crime.
letter scam.
I-
Don't fall for it. No one ever got rich off of one of those. Well, except for the post office.
Are you sure, Thomas?
Poor Mildred.
They
She don't
make it
deserve
sound
to get
so easy.
scammed like this.
They always do. But there's no such thing as a free lunch, sadly.
Lake is just full of federal crimes.
$30.
Yeah, it's
is
just
quite a bit of
crime.
money.
You would have thought this. It looks like a little
I'll
idyllic
forget it.
town.
You do that, Mildred.
It's like
See you at Moe's tomorrow night?
Probably.
what's the
Bye,
show?
dear.
Laura Palmer. She gets murdered, and who murdered her? Twin Peaks, I want to say. It's very high on my, like, a show I would love to watch, and I just never have. Is that Twin Peaks? I think it is. I was... If anyone knows, you just want to let me know if I'm right. That's what it feels like talking to my coworkers. No, they don't know about none of my references. Okay, I will look it up myself.
Emergency! I don't even know what's been done to me, but I feel a mysterious life energy. Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi. I am your squeezably soft teacher, magical miracle girl Usami, aka Usami.
The point wasn't the co-workers thing. It was the... oh, I think it's this show. Does anyone know? And then everyone was like... I was like, okay, maybe someone will check. And then everyone was like... I was like, okay. Alright. Good chat. One second. It was Twin Peaks. I was right. Well, I thought somebody would know what the show was. It's a very well-known show. It was Twin Peaks. I figured Adam would have watched it. Alright. Not much left. And then I think... if I've interpreted the messages from the game of everything, most likely... You expected I'm gonna... Yes, I did. I thought at the very least.
McGill's got such a great price on this house when the Sugarmans moved away.
It's crazy that the radio plays the music from December 85 and September 86. Well, it's the farmer guy who does the radio, so maybe he only has a few songs to play. I guess. And it was back in the day, so... When I had the radio show in college, back before we were told, like, you're not a music show, don't play music to take breaks, just go the whole way through, or if you're gonna take a break, play, like, a PSA, because we couldn't play ads. Play, like, a PSA, and I was like, oh, okay. But I would only ever play the same short, like, circle of music because most of the music they had on there was, like, not good music. It was, like, straight boy music. My New Year's resolution is to be less of your bitch. How? That's so rude, Maple. I'm saddened to hear that you've decided you hate me, apparently. My New Year's resolution is to work out more consistently. I stopped when I was having my asthma attacks. And then I started working and I'm like, it's hard after I've just worked all day. Now I'm like, now I want to, you know, go work out for an hour. No, I want to sit down and be on my phone. But I'm trying to get back more into it. I have other resolutions, but I can't remember what they are. Stream consistently. We'll see on that one, because I've said that before, but other side of the street. AddMLR for partner 2024. Who said that? Step 1 would be play games anyone's ever heard. I look at, you know, when I look at my schedule and I'm like, this maybe answers a few questions I had. You said you streamed one many times this year. Maple, are you going to look me in the eyes and tell me that this was a normal year as far as things to that effect? Are you gonna look me in my eyes and my soul and tell me, like, that there weren't just a bevy of extenuating circumstances this year? Alright. And that's it. This is probably the last day. Or no, tomorrow will be. Oh. Just a little crash. It's fine.
Hey, Thomas. Have you seen Jack?
Just a tiny crash.
Yep. Yesterday night in my kitchen.
Yeah, okay. But I kind of need
What day is it?
now.
This is
I'm
the
sitting duck
30th,
right now.
and
I'm toast if Morgan
I'm
suddenly
fairly
shows up.
certain the 31st will be the last day.
Yikes. Maybe I can help out?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Oh!
Sorry for interrupting your conversation. Mr. Coleman, I see you've managed to be present at the job position you're currently holding. I think it's time you and I had a little chat inside the office.
Mr. Morgan, it's so good to see you again. A little chat sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid there's an extremely urgent parcel I have to deliver right now. So stay put, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
You can stay right here.
What possibly takes in this
I'm
town
sure
takes
Mr.
30
Weiss
minutes
would be
to get
happy
to and
deliver
deliver?
that package for you. Right, Thomas?
I've got a better idea.
What?
Let's just go to Moe's, have a few beers, and talk it all over like adults.
Excuse me, sir? Hi. Hello. I heard you were looking for a guy in a light blue shirt with a mustache.
I thought they were gonna...
purchase illegal fireworks in the parking lot of the post office? Well, you found him.
Illegal fireworks? Who do you
I was
think
like,
I
oh,
am?
they're gonna dress someone
Sir,
up
you
as
don't have
someone
to
else.
Keep your guard up. Frank and Thomas here both know me very well.
And when he goes to federal prison for doing this, I don't think they. Well, I don't know.
I've got rockets, Roman candles, fountains, sparklers. I even have
Low
barrages that'll
security,
give you a
probably.
fireworks extravaganza that you won't ever forget.
I think there must be a misunderstanding here. Please don't put Mr. Morgan in this position. If people walk by and see this, they might snitch on him and get him into trouble.
Maple,
He could even lose his job over
That's so
this.
inappropriate.
I don't think Mr. Morgan is interested in buying fireworks, to be honest.
I'll tell you what will happen now. I'm going to get in my car, start the engine, drive home, and pretend I did not just spend 3 days in Providence Oaks for absolutely nothing.
He really
Sir,
obsessed
if you
with
take a
getting
left
this
at the
guy
deer
fired.
statue, you'll eventually pass my barn, and I can fill your
Oh,
trunk
I'm not
there
gonna
in just
focus. Hold
1
on.
minute. Do you have cash on hand?
Gentlemen, I'll be back next year. Frank Coleman, your luck will run out one day.
Daddy,
I wouldn't bet on it. Tally ho,
DJ,
Morgan.
I don't. He does not do it for me.
Boy, oh boy.
If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, clearly, mail
owe
crimes
you
aren't that
one.
bad if you're child contempt doing it. Well, we didn't know we were doing mail crimes at the time we did them. To be fair, afternoon. Well, I guess no. It could be the afternoon. The sun sets at like 4 here.
Evening, Thomas. It's Maureen.
Oh, hi, Maureen. If you're looking for Emily, she's at the motel right now.
I was actually looking for you, Thomas. I don't know what to do with this Nancy situation. I get so worked up just thinking about
Don't
it.
yuck my yum. Ooh.
And that usually gets in the way of doing the right thing, you know? I need to talk to someone who's a bit more emotionally detached from the situation.
There's a lot of Why am I out of focus again? What is happening? I don't know what it is about my camera and its insistence on never okay, that's better. It's like, it like insists on never focusing on me.
How can I help you, Maureen?
Simply put, I don't know if I should give in to that Nancy Carlisle and her overpriced snack.
Okay.
Or tell that woman to
Take a hike.
But then we'll end up with a lackluster New Year's Eve party.
Listen, I throw a big New Year's Eve party. You can't be having...
The horror of a New Year's Eve party without a decent snack
Keep getting
selection.
involved earlier this year.
It's not a difficult choice for me.
So you're saying I should go against all my principles just because of some snack?
No.
It's not just the snacks, Maureen.
I picked the wrong option.
Sometimes
I should have
it's
told her
better
no
to take
snacks.
the high road. This town is too small for everlasting feuds.
You didn't have your party in the 80s. But I would have. And we would have had a great time.
What I'm gonna do, but at least my mind's at ease now. Thanks for lending me your ear and advice. You're a doll.
You're welcome, Maureen.
I just
Take
imagine
it
going to
easy.
a party with no snacks. I've been to parties with no snacks. It's like, they suck. I want to hear the bad accents again. Speaking of accents.
I hate to admit it, Klaus, but if it wasn't for you, I would have been a goner.
I did not read that as goner.
guy.
Tells you where
You
my
betcha.
mind was at,
You
but
made
I
a
did
mess,
not read
man.
that as
Blood and
goner.
guts everywhere.
It's not the first time I met Schweinbraten without cooking.
Tuesday, December 31st. Morning. What do we look at? Oh. Okay. These cinema... None of the... Feels like there was always so much more stuff to deliver.
Good morning, P.O.
In
I'm
late.
starting today with the weather forecast. It will be bright and beautiful. Which brings us to the last P.O. positive or pet peeve of the year. It's one from yours truly, who'd like to end 1985 on a positive note.
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Which way are we going? To the left.
We all know P.O. is the best place in the world. And it's, of course, all because of the people living here.
All
And by
right, here we
people,
go.
I mean, most of the people. The majority. More than half in any case.
Name specific people you don't like.
And let's keep it up. I've got a feeling 1986
That's what Wendy
will be a
Williams
special
did, and it
year.
worked out for
I
her.
can't wait for it to roll on. Stay safe out there today and tonight. Have a good one.
I hope Wendy's okay. Wendy really hasn't been... I mean, there hasn't... she hasn't even been, like... There hasn't even been a Wendy sighting, like... You know what I mean? Like, where is she?
A belated Christmas gift? Maybe.
A belated Christmas gift to the diner? Yeah, that makes sense.
Thomas, it's good to see you. Thanks again for the little chat we had yesterday evening.
Don't word it like that. It sounds sketchy.
Have you made a decision on what to do?
Maybe she got got by the killer.
Yep,
Maple, don't
and I
say
hope it's the
that.
right one.
How dare you?
I guess some situations don't have
How
a
dare you,
perfect
Maple?
Solution. You'll find out tonight, Thomas.
Also, why is she
You'll
like, we
have a
need to buy all
grand
these
old
snacks?
time
Bitch, you run a diner. Make some snacks. Am I... Wait, right? Is that crazy? Feels like you could quite easily, you know, make a bunch of stuff. You've got a diner with a presumably functioning, you know, kitchen. Why? I bet the diner buys in food. Just doesn't... I just don't get it. And they literally serve, like, steak at the diner, right? Like, that gets established. Oh, shit. Oh! 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 What the hell was that? That's what happened to the, oh my god, to the cap that Alexis Mateo had on All Stars 5. That's such a funny clip. And here I thought I could deliver a letter to here without there being a whole cutscene and everything. That's on me for thinking that. Or actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna... Nope, there it is.
Oh, hey, Thomas. We're about to do a little interview, but you're welcome to listen
Eating
in.
up those frozen meals.
Mr.
You're
Price,
so...
you know Thomas
you're
Wise,
so
don't
judgy
Sure
about
do.
this diner,
You're resident
Maple.
mailman, am I right? Good to see you, man.
Should I just stand over here?
That was Open Sky by Velvet Moon.
Right, here's what
one of
I'm
my
saying. It's so easy to be the mailman in this town that he can just
because
stand in
I have a
and watch
guest
this thing.
here at
Like,
the Reynolds studio. You know that happens from time to time, but today it's a bona
like, is
fide
there
big
nothing else he
None
has to
other
do
than
that he can just
KNW6's
watch this
own
live?
newsman extraordinaire,
I'd do this.
Mr.
Doesn't seem like he
Connor
does
Price.
anything.
Thanks for having me, Jack. Always nice to talk to a fellow broadcaster. So, how long have you been doing this local show?
Coming up on our 10th anniversary, Mr. Price. But you've been at KNW6 for longer than that, no?
Yeah, it's been... Gosh, can you believe I
Wry
started
chuckle.
there way back in '66 as a segment producer on Portland Rise and Shine? Still remember the
He's
title
got
of
a
my first
scary
item, too.
face.
Is Poplin still poppin'?
I'm sorry, Connor Price
That's a
has a
great
scary
title.
face.
And yet this is the
Maybe he
first
should be
time
fired. He
you've
doesn't
come
need to
to
be fired. He
Providence Oaks.
retires.
First time staying a while at any rate. So, Mr. Reynolds, how would you
Maple, it's like you didn't
describe
even
this
watch the
town?
first game.
Well, I'd say it's a hey. Wait a minute. Who's interviewing who here? I'll ask the questions, thank you very much.
I mean, I guess I don't know if that
Apologies, my
always
friend.
happens because of the
Just can't help
diversion thing, but in
myself,
mine
always
he
chasing the story
retires,
me.
stays in
It's
Florida.
the commitment I've made to our viewers. The price guarantee.
I'd fire him anyway.
So, what stories are you chasing here in PO?
Wow,
you
Maple.
know, just trying to capture the old couleur locale. I must say, the people here are very friendly.
To
And
be
I
fair, I
hope
was
it
just
feels
talking to Hope,
mutual.
advocating for
Right,
the firing
Thomas?
of someone.
That's Thomas the mailman over there. But never mind.
But
he's not Mike.
it was deserved.
Yes, and no, I'm not.
You don't say. Because we happen to have a little section called
PO positive or pet peeve. It's not a well-named segment.
Can't say I have, but I do like the alliteration.
Well, Lucinda Boyle called in a pet peeve yesterday, saying you were quite rude to her when she asked you for an autograph.
Ooh, drag him,
Well,
drag him.
I'm sure that was a misunderstanding. See, I must have been on a really tight schedule, because otherwise I'd do anything for a fan. That's
the price guarantee.
And see,
right?
again, 3 characters the news people
Anyway,
never
we'll be
come
back
up
with
in this
Connor Price,
in the
KNW 6
original
star reporter,
game.
right after this.
So it's like,
what the hell, Jack? Ambushing me like that live on air?
Relax, just joshing you a little. But I'll let you plug the heck out of this
It's like,
Oregon
what is
Trail
the
thing you're
point?
filming.
Like-
How's that? We'll make sure everyone in town fully cooperates.
I know
with
it's
your
hard
crew
when
in
it's
the
a
home stretch.
prequel and it seems that like
Well, speaking
the
of the home stretch, I better get back to my job as a serious broadcaster. It's been real, pal. Can you believe this guy? Sheesh.
right, like it seemed probably like the fisherman.
Someone in broadcasting being slightly
know,
obnoxious?
It's
Unheard
like
of.
probably the fisherman voice actor didn't come back or something like that. Because why is he not in it? Otherwise, you know what I mean?
Sorry you had to
I don't
witness that,
know.
Thomas. Made for good radio, though, while it lasted anyway. I'll see you at Moe's tonight, yeah? You don't want to miss what Frank's been cooking up.
Can't wait. See you there.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll let you keep listening to the music in the background, though. Okay, let's deliver the rest of this mail. Hi, welcome back, by the way. Sorry. A brief intermission. Well, you got to... I still had my headphones on so I could hear you. You all got to listen to Witchcraft. I mean, I guess I did too. This one again... I'm... Listen, I know there's not a lot of songs in these games, but we're doing Daddy Lit the Christmas Tree on Fire again. Unless this is somehow a different song, but it sounds the same. Oh yeah, here it is. Hi, this one, I think this has been 3 of the last 4 songs that I've heard in this game. Watch Witchcraft be on your Apple 100? It might. It could. What do we think? Do we think it will? I added it to my phone. It is on my phone. So I always gets a little, when I'm on my screen, it gets a little chuckle out of me. It's there, and I'm like, oh yeah, Witchcraft. Oh, this is gonna be his suit.
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
I'll try the front desk, but my guess is that I think it could be at the lower end. Only one way to find out, that's to tune in tomorrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not for him. Remember, tune in tomorrow, the grand reveal of my 100 most listened to songs of...
Special delivery for a Mr. G. Serrano.
I'm excited.
He's not in. I should probably leave it with Ilsa then. Room 9.
I think I know. I somehow suspect that Ilsa's not going to be the only person in room 9. Call me crazy, but I have a feeling.
Please accept this delivery for room number 2.
Hi, Thomas. Oh, is that Gabriel's tux?
Signed, sealed, delivered. That's the Weiss guarantee.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Thanks.
Right then, I'll...
I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling strong. It won't take long. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh, when I use my witchcraft. Ooh, yeah.
Well...
Great. So... See you tonight at the diner. Oh, and... thank you.
My pleasure, Ilsa.
Oh my god. that got me. Oh my god, that was so funny. Just after I went on my whole thing about how I love that song and everything. Oh, that was too good. Whew. I was like, Matt, because ginger? Maple, I contain more than just likes gingers. There are more facets of my personality than that. Alright. I think this is... my guess is this is it. We'll see, but... Right? I mean, I don't have anything scheduled after this, and it'd be... I don't know that they're gonna do just, like, a bunch of empty days, I suspect. The Sign of Falling Rocks, I held out some hope that they would drop a rock at you in the game. I was like, that's a little intense for Lake, of all things, but... They added in animals who'll jump out in the middle of the road and you have to swerve to not avoid. So, like, they could add a falling rock. Oh, my like... my gut hurts from cracking up at that. That was... It I don't know what it was that got me so good. What do we think? Will Lake be nominated for Best Video Game at the 2023 Addisons? It could be. Yes, Maple says yes, but Maple, will it place top 3? How beautiful. Oh, it doesn't like when you do that. No. Oh, wow. Okay, Maple has made his prediction. Lake nominated, but not top 3. I haven't even really thought about where. I don't know. People are always like, oh, you can't do the nominations and the winners, and I'm like, I haven't thought about it. There's some stuff, you know, will get a little, like, it'll stick in my head. Like, I'll watch something and I'll be like, I think that's gonna win. Like, I've had that with stuff of, like, when I watched movies, I think a lot. Although this year's much close. Like, last year I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. Albeit that was very early in the year, but I thought to myself, like, this could very easily win Best Movie at the Addisons. Or, same thing with when I watched Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. In that moment, I was like, I'm fairly certain this is going to win Best Movie. This year, though, I don't know. I don't know. You know, on one hand, it's like, is it gonna be Barbie? It could very easily be Barbie, but I've seen so many good movies this year. It's like, well, maybe not. I mean, new things can still come up. Well, we are coming towards the end of our eligibility deadline. Of course, the eligibility deadline is New Year's Eve.
Another satisfied
Not New Year's Eve. Nope.
Unless it's bills.
To give me time to make sure I get everything right, the eligibility window does end Christmas Eve, December 24th. Because I need... It's like if something... You know, if there's... If something happens on... I would try to have the, you know, presentation ready early. So if it's like...
Parcel.
So it's like, oh, if something, you know, big happens on, you know, whatever. There's whatever on December 30th. It's like, now I have to go change. It just doesn't...
Nobody's home.
It's not great. It adds undue stress and uncertainty that I'm like, I prefer to just, I mean, actually, I was gonna say, I mean, the Oscars is varied, but actually it doesn't. The Oscars eligibility window is just a calendar year. But other awards shows have screwy wait, am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. The Grammys eligibility window is really weird. Isn't it like, doesn't it end in like October or something? I think so. Tom would know. Imagine I started running the Addisons and... But it doesn't make sense because it is Addison's year-end awards. It's like a review of the year. So I couldn't ever really move when it was gonna be because it just wouldn't make sense. If I was gonna change anything, I would just push it back a little bit to give stuff time to like percolate. You know what I mean? Like, have the nominations be like, Grammys is October. Look at me. Look at me. I don't know what it's. I don't know what recess of my brain it was stored in doesn't that, isn't there a gap though? Wouldn't that make a gap? Or maybe maybe next year it'll be September 16th through, but it's like, if it's always the 1st of October, but the eligibility ends mid-September, it's like, isn't there a... So if I release a song on September 19th, it's not even eligible because it doesn't fall in any eligibility windows? You know what I mean? I say that. I've been saying that too much. Do I always say that as often as I have this stream? Is that a common Addisonism? You know what I mean? I don't normally notice myself saying it so much, but for some reason I've noticed it a lot on this stream, how much I'm saying it. But yeah, I could see if it's always been at New Year's, but if I stop doing like, you know, a big New Year's celebration or whatever, I could definitely see myself moving it more to like the nominations get like, you know, basically having it revolve around the Twitch schedule more and just having it later so there's more time to like sit and percolate. So we'll see.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's the Weiss family again. We wanted to wish you a happy new year before we're going to Moe's.
Was it?
Hey, thanks. We've got a little over an hour left here before it's 1986.
You'll watch out for those fireworks, won't you?
That doesn't make sense. Why was the phone ringing here, but they called her?
We've got 4 more hours to go, but Happy New Year! I'd rather be early than late.
How does that make sense?
Oh, did you guys make the deadline?
Thanks, Dad. Yep. And we're all a bit drained, but still in one piece. Some guys from the office were going to do a ER Kung Fu tournament, but I didn't feel like it.
A Kung Fu tournament? On New Year's Eve?
Yes, Mom.
Is that a real game?
But Tess and I are going to watch Trading Places instead at my place. I think that New Year's Eve...
It took me forever to understand that Trading Spaces was a play on Trading Places.
All you usually get is a lot of drama and a solid hangover. My New Year's resolution...
No drama at my party. The only drama is if the awards is too loud and Dave gets mad at me.
It won't. We'll have a good old party and start the new year with a bang. And that hangover will clear up in no time with a New Year's Day walk in the snow.
Shall I remind you?
Dave
of this
decides to
old
stop
curled up on the
humoring me
couch
with the
under a
Addisons,
blanket?
and then Kelly is like, just let him have
Sorry,
it.
Meredith. Your father's memory needs a little grease between the hinges.
Like starting the car in time before going to Moe's?
Bingo!
Okay, guys, I won't hold you up. Have a
I
great evening.
can't believe the
and a
end of
Happy
the
New
game,
Year. Love
probably.
you.
Whoa. Let's see. I can't believe it.
My beautiful people.
Ends just
may I
the way
have
the
your
first
attention
game
for
did.
half a
The
minute?
first game,
First
the
of all,
main game did too.
welcome to Moe's. We're excited to celebrate the last few moments of 1985 together with you.
Maybe the Addisons needs a
It's
sponsor.
quite
Who's
an
who?
undertaking to host this
I would
New
love a
Year's Eve party,
sponsor. We
and
deserve a
costly
sponsor.
one at that. So, if you feel inclined to end the year on a generous note, you know where the tip jar is. We've got snacks and drinks aplenty.
No one's ever
So I'm
bribed
sure that
me
for the
for the
grumpiest
Addisons.
so-and-so will be able to have a great evening. Thank you all for coming. Cheers.
People have campaigned for, you know, certain things and stuff, but no one's ever bribed me. Yeah.
Hi, Thomas.
Nice tuxedo, Gabriel.
Thank you. And thanks for making sure
You
I
know,
got it.
we'll
I put it on
we'll
right
cross
after I
that
got
bridge
out of
when
that
we come
shower.
to it, but
He toweled off first. Don't worry.
they really made this poor mailman complicit on them having sex.
And real pain for my sham friends.
Hello, Mr. Price. So, is the segment on Providence Oaks in the can yet?
Almost, my friend. Still have to shoot the countdown to the
When
new
Maple
year.
pays me $100 to make The Marvels my movie of the year, what then? What then?
Easy on the alcohol there, Connor. We still need you on camera. Can't have you slurring your words.
Slurring my words? Whatever do you mean, Ilsa?
Quit fooling, you guys. It's getting close to midnight. Let's set up and get ready.
Showtime. Okay, getting into character. See you on the flip side.
If I was
mailman.
bribed, I couldn't
honey.
promise anything. People are welcome to do what they want to do, but I make
Would you
no
believe the motel had to
promises.
custom order a blow dryer just for him? He tipped generously, though. Oh, is that Beth sitting over there? Let's join her.
Good evening, my
Ooh.
dearest of
I didn't like that
friends.
he just like.
Almost time for Old Lang Syne, eh?
But I think I
Did
paid
you
update the
know
way. It's
that
just a
Old
lot
Lang
of
Syne was
typing,
written down
Maple. I
by
get
Robert
tired.
Burns in the 18th century, and that he based it on an old Scottish folk song? He wrote it to a different melody than the one we sing today, but I have to say, I do like this version. And it's often sung after a special dinner
Okay,
where
Beth.
haggis is served. Would you believe?
She's losing it. I see why they don't talk about her anymore.
Honestly, Beth, I don't know how we'll get
It's
by
suddenly
without
I'm
these
understanding why
fascinating
they
facts
stopped
when you're
talking
gone.
about her after she's gone.
I will still be selling sets of encyclopedias at the
They're
store
like,
for a few more months if you
Crazy
need.
as Beth.
I'll cut you a nice deal.
Wait, is the VOD on
Only
your
if you'll
YouTube
help
from
load
last
them
year?
into my truck.
I'm sure it
All
is.
joking
Yeah,
aside,
I've
my
been
friends,
tracking my
now that a new
streams
year
since
is
like
upon us,
September
I feel
2022.
A moment of thanks.
Or something
is in
around there.
place. I know I've kept my situation from you for a while, but
So yeah,
now
the
that it's
VOD,
out in the
the
open,
VOD would be up on the
I
YouTube.
honestly don't know why I didn't share it with you sooner. Pride, I suppose.
There might be
But
some
I feel
muted
so
or cut
much
bits
better
just
now.
to be able to
So
get it up on
thank you, my
YouTube,
friends.
because there's a bit of, you know, there's.
That's what we're here for.
I'm off December
Glad we could
22nd
be
to
there
January
for you.
1st. Must
And
be
thank
nice.
you
I'm
for opening
not.
us to it. We'll always be there for you. But you have to let us in first.
I don't get like.
I hope you remember
I get
that when you're
this
in Georgia.
Christmas Day
Definitely. In
and New
fact,
Year's Day,
it's
and
my
that's it.
new
We don't get any
resolution for
extra time off than
1986.
that.
Along with letting go and seeing where life takes me. What about you, Emily? Any resolutions?
Well, less work and more fun, I suppose. Now that this guy Matt is joining the motel, I am looking forward to a bit more quality time. What about you, honey?
Maybe one day though I'll work up to it to, you know, obviously some job where
A long holiday might be nice.
Oh, yes, the Florida trip. I'm really looking forward to that, too.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never
I know
brought
someone
to mind.
who works
Well, whatever
in
the future brings,
app
this
development.
old acquaintance here will be hard pressed to ever forget.
And it's like,
you.
it's something of like, you can't submit new stuff to the App Store after or something, but they get like 2-3 weeks, like they get most of December, like a lot of December off. It's,
And we'll be sure to bring ourselves to mind.
I'm like, that's
We sure
the
will.
dream.
We'll stay in touch. And
But
like
you
you
have
said
to
at
not be
Christmas time,
hourly for
even
that,
if
or
the
it's like,
reasons for
oh,
change are
suddenly I have
sometimes
no
out of
money.
our hands, let's focus on the new beginnings that come along with them.
And what better time for new beginnings than New Year's Eve?
Attention, folks! It's showtime!
Oh, I thought there would have
If you
been.
want to see the biggest fireworks show west
Frank,
of the Rocky Mountains,
don't
you
do
better be
this.
standing outside in about 10 minutes.
Hey, Anthony. Oh,
That's my cue.
Anthony.
From a little spark may burst a flame. As Dante once
Anthony,
put it.
how was the
But I need to
work
visit the
party?
ladies'
Did you
room
at least
first,
have
or
a
I'll turn
nice
into a
time?
pumpkin. See you outside.
Isn't she marvelous? I'm so happy for
I know it
her.
was. I know you were not so sure.
So will I.
Stop accusing Anthony of being the drink taking back shots in the Senate.
But she'll still be around for a while, so it won't be too abrupt.
It makes me feel a bit melancholic. Even more than I
Anthony, any
usually am on
songs you're
BBC.
expecting to see on my top 100 most
Feeling of
listened to
looking back
songs
and
of
forward at the same
the
time,
part when
and
I was drunk was fun. What happened to It's a
now I'm
Work
doing
event? I
it
can
over
only
a
have
much
one
longer
drink.
period than just the coming and going of the year.
What happened to that? I seem to
Nothing wrong
remember.
with that. I like to take my time and reminisce about all the things that happened.
Oh, yes. We should appreciate what we have a bit more. And don't just let life pass us by without noticing. So let's enjoy the here and now. Our wise and beautiful daughter just taught us not to demand that this should be the best evening of the year. But we're allowed to try it, right?
I had two,
This is where
and
my
you were
speech ends,
drunk.
my dear husband. And now,
Damn,
I need a
Anthony's
glass
a
of
lightweight.
champagne.
I'll drink to that. And to you. And all the good things the new year
But yes,
will
Anthony
bring us.
or anyone else,
Maureen, I need champagne.
any predictions slash songs we're hoping to see make my top 100 most listened to songs that I will be revealing for the first time tomorrow. There's too many cars in the parking
20
lot for him to be
seconds on
doing
go,
this
Mr.
shit.
Price.
What was I made for? Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And so, 1985
Let me see if it
draws to a
is.
close. With mere seconds left in the year, I've been told this little lake town will strive to end 85 with a
I hope the
bang.
news truck blows up.
In
That
10,
would be funny.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I have my answer.
4. Holy Toledo! Ilsa, are we getting this?
Somebody check on Frank!
I don't drink I drink like once a month on average. Really? Anthony, you're not like going out and stuff? Wednesday, January 1st morning. He's a homebody. I gotta
That
move to...
sure sounds like a delicious eggnog recipe.
Hurry up, dear. It's coming up next.
I gotta move
Yes,
to
don't get too excited
Chicago and make
It's just a
Anthony...
preview,
You don't have to... No, you don't have to
And
drink
now,
to go
a man
out,
with a
but...
very special New Year's resolution, and he's going to tell us all about it. Isn't
No,
that right,
that's
Sybil?
my...
Absolutely, Bob. It's none other than our roving reporter, Connor Price.
I just thought Anthony was
Connor,
like the
my
party
dear,
diva, right?
Where in blazes are
Did you not know I'm the
you?
biggest homebody? No.
Well, Sybil,
Louis
I'm
is
in
the
beautiful
biggest
Providence
homebody.
Oaks, wishing you and Bob and our viewers a joyful 1986. And as for my New Year's resolution, Bob, why, it's my very special price guarantee to all of you that I will be sharing gripping tales and intimate portraits from all over
You don't have
Oregon
to go out to
in an
drink.
all-new
Hey,
series
I know
of
that. I
special
drank
reports
today.
on Small Town America. Part 1 will air tonight at 8, right here on KNW6. And it will be all about the gorgeous little lake town where I was fortunate enough to spend the waning days of 1985. Here, let's take a look at an
What if I can
exclusive
host? Do I
sneak
ever
peek.
go out? Anthony stays home with his plants.
Providence Oaks. an idyllic town by a lake just south of
Louis
Melville.
loves to go out,
It's
party,
where
and
this
drink.
reporter counted
I have
down
such a
to
wrong view of
1986.
people.
And although
Oh, it's the
unfortunately, the fireworks
oh.
started a little early, so we didn't quite manage to catch them on tape. Take it from me, it was quite the spectacle, courtesy of postal worker
Oh no
Frank
no no
Cole.
no no no! Oh shit! I caught
Just
that
a
too late.
faulty batch of leftover 4th of July material, I guess. Not mine, anyway. No siree. But I'm all right, folks. Really, everyone can stop calling me at home. I'm A-okay.
And perhaps that encapsulates the true nature of Providence Oaks, or P.O., as it's called by those who know and love it.
PO like Providence Oaks, but
a
it's also
town where
postal
even when things
office. It took
don't
me
go
too
as
long to
planned,
understand that
folks
one.
will be all right and A-okay.
It's just, you know.
Yes,
we help
Troop
each other out,
Gamage.
and
Troop
there's
Gamage
nothing
did so
we can't fix.
good.
A town where first impressions
They all did so
can be
good. What
deceiving.
great.
This town may look sleepy from the outside,
Who's
but trust
Ashley?
me,
Ashley was
there's
voiced by
always
the
so much
same
stuff to
person
do
as
and take care
the
of.
manga.
A town where generations have grown up.
It's a great place to raise kids, and also a great place to have been raised as a kid. Myself, I mean, back when I was a kid, being raised here.
Ashley is the farmer. Oh.
Is that okay?
A town where patience.
I wouldn't
is
have put
still
that
a virtue.
together.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if
And
this is
she
the
didn't
town
really
I'm
get
looking
much
for.
to do in
But I
this
do
one,
know
did she?
I can keep looking here for as long as I want, and that feels great.
A town
Boy, Angie.
full of
Robert
unique
too.
individuals
Angie and
that
Robert weren't
deep
really.
down have more in
I
common.
mean, I guess
than
it
you
make.
think.
The
but it
average
w-
Providence
you know,
Okian probably doesn't exist. We do tend to keep to ourselves.
They didn't really get
until
to do
someone
much.
needs us. Then we show up. Always.
A town you can't help but love.
You know, I just think it's the best place in the whole
Store manager / chain smoker. If you walked up to me and told me she was in the chain smokers, I would
And
believe
where
you.
everyone has a story to tell.
A Robert affair with the father would have been a nice twist.
It's all about the people. Because
Yes, well, leave it to the mailman to say it best.
Oh, that was shady.
Here, a goodbye never has to be a farewell.
I said that.
Indeed.
Wait, the farmer's Jack. Yeah, you said that, and I was like, pretty sure he has
Providence
a full
Oaks,
name, but
like so many other places
So
in
who
our
is
great state of
Ashley?
Oregon, is a small town with a big heart. This is Connor Price, KNW6, PO.
Academy Award. Anthony, will you at least be going out and drinking on New Year's Eve? Oh, how lovely was that? Now we gotta look up who the hell is Ashley. Ashley Lake. It's just gonna pull up game. It's just gonna pull up people named... I'm not gonna be able to find this, am I? No. Oh! Ashley is the name of the guy who there we go. Ashley is the name of the guy who works in the kitchen, who you never really hear and is just sort of like as everything, you know, goes to shit and he accidentally destroys everything. That's who Ashley is. Yes. It's somehow looking up Ashley Lake game, nothing happened, but then I went to images and the first one was of Maureen saying something to, so that's who, now it all has clicked. That's who Ashley is. Okay. Glad we got that sorted out, because I was like, who the fuck is Ashley? But now we've got it all clarified, so now we've clicked. I love Lake. Lake is just like a great game. I don't know if you guys all love it as much as I do, but I'm just like, Lake just makes me feel good. Like, it's just, it's very peaceful. It's so peaceful. What a nice game. Anthony's coming to you. Anthony is absolutely invited to my New Year's Eve party. It's not crazy. It's not a big crazy party. It's quite chill, but fun. We have a good time. I'm like looking at the time of like, how long have I been going? And I'm like, I don't actually know because it cut off. How long have I been going? I know I said we were gonna do Smooshy Come Home today, but that's like, I looked that up. That game takes like 3 to 4 hours. So Anthony probably already has tickets to New Year's Eve Horse Meat Disco. 1, Anthony lives in Chicago, and 2, from what I've learned, I think there is almost 0% chance Anthony has ever been to the Horse Meat Disco. I did see that they had the Eagle holiday party where last year they served paella. This year, no, still apparently a good spread of food, but no paella this year. It's a big party in New York. It's a well-known one called Horse Meat Disco. That it's apparently like they happen in multiple cities. Do they? Is there a Chicago one? I feel like I should avoid looking this up. I feel like it's just asking for something to pop up and get in trouble. Yeah, Horse Meat Disco sounds great. No, Anthony, here's what we'll do. Anthony and I will... I will make Anthony come to New York with me, and then we will both go to the Eagle with Harry, and Harry will be our chaperone. To make sure we don't lose Anthony in the dark rooms. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think of this all. I don't think we have time for Smooshy Comes Out, because again, that's like 3 to 4 hours, and that's a long commitment to continue streaming. So I do hear that the Eagle is popular, and you would be popular at the Eagle. Anthony, you're the one Harry has to worry about. How dare you? Where is this all coming from? Where is this all coming from? Why are you all attacking me? You don't think I can be well behaved? We know how you are when you drink. I drank today, and I'm perfectly fine. I will walk up to that bar, and I will say, "Can I have a boozy peppermint milkshake?" And they will say, "Of course, of course." Are you a binge drinker? What is happening? What is going on here? What are these? What is going on? Why am I being like attacked like this? And you'll get a shot of vodka and a squirt of toothpaste in a glass. That sounds almost like it could be like a weird shot. That sounds like something. Here's what that sounds like. That sounds like a kind of shot that you would put into a drinking game of like, haha, someone's gonna have to drink the toothpaste shot. I don't know why I did the laugh like that, but I don't know. If you mixed it, I feel like that wouldn't be, you know what I mean? I need to stop saying that. I gotta go. This is not a safe space, apparently. This is not a safe space for Addies to be. Everyone got some shit to say. What did Anthony say? Let's see if I can read that from here. No, I'm too blind. Hold on. It was Grey Goose, blood orange cocktail, and either Prosecco or sparkling water. That sounds delicious.
You're a fucking star!
I have to say it. That sounds so good. Right, like, can we just talk about that? Blood oranges, I don't know. I haven't really had much blood orange stuff ever, so I don't really have like a great frame of reference for like the flavor and if I like it, but I feel like I would. You know what I made last night? I made lemonade, and then our lemon juice was almost empty, so I was like, I'm not gonna measure this out and blah blah blah. And then turns out there was another lemon juice, so then I was just sort of going on vibes, and it is the sourest lemonade you'll ever experience in your life. But I don't mind. Like, you could put me a glass. If lemon juice wasn't horrible for your teeth, like, I would happily drink it. It also don't always sit right in my stomach, but I love it. But it is kind of very acidic, and when I do have like, I do have like a precious belly in general, like, to then be introducing like a highly acidic element to it is like not always necessarily the best idea. No, that sounds so good. My thing is like about the like I don't do wine, but I love Prosecco, but it always needs to have like a splash of like a glass of Prosecco doesn't really do anything for me, but you put like you could put literally the tiniest splash of juice in it and I'd be fine. Like I would happily get like fucked up on mimosas at a bottomless brunch, except they don't have bottomless brunches in Massachusetts because they're illegal. Because Massachusetts has I don't want like the thing to fully fall down and then you see like what's hiding on my bed. I just like to clear up the path behind the green screen. So it's not like my room's like messy, but it's like I move stuff up onto my bed just to make sure I have like an easy like path out of the room. What was I saying? He's not done laundry. No, I actually have laundry right now. I have clean laundry right now I need to put away. I just haven't done it. What is going on here? We're just chatting, Adam. We're chatting about alcohol. And chat was insulting me, so I sulked off behind the green screen. But then I couldn't read chat, so I just put down the green screen a little bit so I could be close enough to read it. And now I've just sort of stayed here because I don't know. Should I come back around? Should I make stop breaking the illusion? Didn't ask for your life story? Adam, don't be mean. I said that I can be very well behaved. If I'm in... Because listen, if I... Like, that's gonna be, like... Well, there's two ways that can go. Like, that would be, like, a very new and kind of stressful situation. So either I would be, like, so stressed I would be, like, good and okay, because I'm, like, or I would have, a few to, like, loosen up and get rid of the stress, and then my good decision-making would go out the window. I've never seen him at a bar, though. Oh, that's right. Adam wasn't at TwitchCon. We don't talk about that night. That was also a bad a good decision-making went out the window. That was Meerkat behaving badly. I haven't, like, outside of TwitchCon, I haven't really gone out with a lot of... Who have I been to bars with? Manny. Super Callie and I were supposed to, and then it fell through, and we forgot it was happening, and so it didn't end up working out. Ocean H2, and Zachariah. Addie. What, Anthony? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? How are you? I hope you're well. I don't know what that was in response. What is one example of you having a night of drinking and it ended well? Plenty. I've had plenty. You just don't hear about them. You'll go out with Tom in Ireland. Oh, that's right. I was going to mention that earlier. It didn't come up. I forgot I mentioned that to you, Maple. I thought only Tom knew. Hope and I are, like, seriously looking at taking a trip to Ireland. At the end of March. Why? I have my passport. I got it to have, and also, like, with the purpose of going to Eurovision, and then I didn't end up being able to go to Eurovision. Like, I didn't end up getting tickets as a whole thing, and it wasn't going to happen, so it was best just to say, not this year. We'll work on next year. But now I'm like, because I've been trying to get my family to get their passports, and it's like, it's not, unless, like, it's not gonna happen. It's not. Chase has his, but it's like, the rest of them are not going to get, like, it's not gonna happen. I'm trying. I'm saying I will do everything for you. You just have to go to the appointment, but it's not gonna happen. If we're being realistic here. So I'm like, if I ever want to use this, I'm gonna have to come up with something on my own. And I have just always wanted to go to Ireland. Like, I have such a connection to it. If Tom was here, he'd be apoplectic at what I'm saying. But, like, I want to go. And then Hope's right near there, so I get to see, you know, I barely get to see Hope ever. So it's close enough that Hope would go. And I get to meet Tom. That'd be so exciting. So look at that. No, wait, I need to have an excuse for why I can't go to Canada. No, literally. It's like, am I good? Now I'm like, do I have to go to Canada? I said to Maple, I was like, maybe I'll come to Toronto. And he's like, I thought you were going to Vancouver. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go to Vancouver. That'd be fun. I looked into flights. It's like similar prices to go to Vancouver. It's pretty equitable. So I'm like, maybe I'll go to Vancouver, go see Zap, go see Haz. I don't know, because I like to just, like, go places. You know what I mean? Don't go to Calgary. No, Adam's there. Gotta avoid that. I would be afraid of what an Addie meetup in person would be like. Like, I feel like it would be... I feel like there would be, like, it would be... The energy would be something to be studied. Maybe I'll go to, I don't know. I just, like, go, you know, it's nice to just, like, you know, pop over to a place for a day or two. Not that we'd be doing longer in Ireland, but because for that extent, it's like, I'm not going for, like, 48 hours. Like, we're going to go for a bit. But it's, like, not that, you know, it's very workable. And I like to go places with, it's nice to go for cuisines, right? Like, I went to, right, like when I went to North Carolina, I had the best barbecue of my life. And when I was in New Orleans, I made sure to go get, like a good, like, Creole food, and it was so good. So I definitely like the food. Has a job for 2 minutes, already had one trip. In my defense... That trip was booked before I even applied for the job, or maybe similar timings. But in my defense, that trip predated the job. I'm gonna have to go full-time to pay for all my unless someone wants to bankroll my trip. Maybe I may end up full-time just to pay for it. Okay, do I have anything else? I don't think so. I think we'll probably... Well, I'm so excited for... I hope people are excited for tomorrow. I know it can be kind of like, oh, Addison... But I'm really excited to, like, share what... No, I can't put my chapstick on. I can feel it on my lips. Let me put that over there. I'm going to put more on. I'm excited to, like... say the... And there's some stuff on there that's, like... pure mess. You know what? Let's leak one more song today. And again, remember, this can change. This can change because, you know, the Apple Music Replay updates every Sunday through the end of the year, which is really nice. I'll give you one more. A number, not 69, already did that one. It can't be in the top 25. So anything 26 to 100, not 69. Say a number and I'll tell you what song it is. I hope we get a funny one. 87. All right. Ooh, you were 2 under one that you would have been like, you listened to that enough to get it on your list, but we'll find out tomorrow. And 2 above one where you'd be like, what the fuck? Number 87, I'm a Ruin, Marina and the Diamonds. A great song. I wonder how much Marina is on the playlist. I feel like That's the only song of hers. I feel like I listened to more of her this year, but maybe not. Any artist... Ooh, let's do that. Any artists you want to see how many songs they have on the list? Any artist you want me to see how many songs they had make the top? And again, it can change tomorrow, so we'll see. But before we wrap up, let's see. Any artists you're curious to get a number of amount of songs on the 100? Maybe not. No one. Okay. Gaga. Okay, Lady Gaga. Only 3. Only 3, if you can believe that. As of now, only 3 Lady Gaga songs making the top 100. It seems almost shocking. But my guess would probably be, I can see why these 3 songs would make it. My guess is that it gets spread out too much between the other songs. That's my prediction. Is that the other Gaga songs, it's sort of like this of the few that get way up because I listened to them a bunch, and then the rest sort of were all a little equal, and so none of them quite made it. Beyonce has 4. Beyonce has 4 songs that made it. Tinashe, none for Tinashe. But Tinashe was wonderful on Stars on Mars that aired on Fox earlier this year, so... Isn't 2 On a Tinashe song? Maybe I'll go just, like, stream that a million times so I can get that on the list suddenly, and Anthony will be like, oh! He'll be so happy. What are we doing after that? I don't know. We're doing Community Day, so probably Jackbox, just to let Anthony know that he can do laundry. Maybe... You know what I haven't played, because it was in my sort of gap that it came out? I haven't played Party Animals on stream. And I feel like I should at some point. Just don't tell Adam, because he will come on and play specifically just to bully me. Tinashe was your number 2. Taylor was your number 1. Taylor was my number 2. Lisa, I won't make you shout yourself out, but y'all, Lisa has been streaming again recently. So if you don't already follow Lisa, if you didn't know she streams, she does. And she's been streaming again recently. So go watch her. She doesn't always know. I lurk a lot for Lisa when she's on. I don't always... I say hi when I can. I don't always. Okay. I'll reveal... And remember, these will update tomorrow. So I'll reveal. But, you know what? I'll tell you the stats of the stuff that's not song. My number... See, because this... So, the fact that... This is when I say, like, yes, there's only 3 Gaga songs in the place, but my number 1 artist is Lady Gaga. Gaga is number 1. Actually, let's do my full... Let's do it. Let's do my full... Hi, Will. Mary Chrysler. My full artist. I'm going to leak this now in preparation for tomorrow. And tomorrow, focus on song. Number 15. And again, this can change tomorrow. So maybe we'll check back tomorrow. Number 15, Ava Max. Number 14, Madonna. Number 13, Sufjan Stevens. Number 12, Matt Hall. Lisa, these are my most listened to artists of the year as of last Sunday. Number 11, Kim Petras. Number 10, Anastasia. Or Anastasia, however it's pronounced. Number 9, Dua Lipa. Number 8, Kesha. Number 7, Troye Sivan. Number 6, Kylie Minogue. Number 5, Beyonce. Number 4, Selena Gomez. Number 3, Carly Rae Jepsen. Number 2, Taylor Swift. Number 1, Lady Gaga. I said we're skipping song. We're skipping songs. You'll find out tomorrow. Actual albums. I will skip things that are just singles. Number 15, Stars Dance by Selena Gomez. Number 11, Barbie the Album, various artists. Number 10, Diamonds and Dance Floors, Ava Max. Number 9, The Lion King Broadway soundtrack. Number 8, Gag Order, Kesha. Number 7, The Sensual World, Kate Bush. Oh, that might have a longer name, actually. Number 6, Tension, Kylie Minogue. Number 4, Anastasia by Anastasia. Number 3, Feed the Beast. Number 1, Something to Give Each Other, Troye Sivan. My top genres, in 5, teen pop. In 4, pop rock. In 3, dance. In 2, soundtrack. And in 1, pop. And then my most listened to playlist was the playlist I made for my birthday party last year, because it's got all the music I like on it. But as for songs, again, you're gonna have to tune in tomorrow. You know what? I will leak one song for Lisa. Lisa, a number between 26 and 100 that's not 69 or 80, what was it, 87? Because I love and cherish Lisa so much, I will reveal one for her. Pop, oh, he's a you know. It said pop, 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 dance, soundtrack. Because I do be listening to a Broadway soundtrack. 55, Lisa. Lisa did it. Everybody sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. That was so loud. Oh my god. Lisa, you did it. You managed to find it. I'm impressed. Of all those numbers, Lisa managed to find last year's best song winner. Apparently there's a little bit at the beginning. Oh, is this the censored version? Oh, that's the censored version, because she does not say "then we write back" in the usual song. Lisa, I love that you picked that one. But again, that's gonna be the conclusion of today's stream. I'm hungry, and maybe I got some work to do in the Addisons. But again, remember, tomorrow, Community Day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm worried for what this is.
Holy Lord. Oh, Lordy, gang. I knew it, but not in my family. Not in my family, not homosexual.
How had I never seen that before? I'm gonna make that the sound that plays when Anthony comes into stream. I'm gonna make that play when Anthony walks into stream. Anthony. Or that. I mean, that does feel also like the obvious choice. So yes, tomorrow the reveal, and then Community Day, probably Jackbox. Listen, you and I are not unawares of last time with Jackbox, but it's okay. We've taken some steps to make sure we're not gonna have actually I haven't taken that. I need to actually, as I say that, I'm remembering I need to add the Channel Point Redemption to get added to the Discord, so I should probably do that. But I'm hoping to do Jackbox tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe party. Who knows? It's Community Day. Community Day. In addition to the reveal of the Addison's Top 100 Songs, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're gonna want to be there. You're gonna want to be there because it is going to be a great time. In the meantime, Lisa, go to bed. I say that Lisa has been on a much better sleep schedule recently, and it's the weekend. So don't come for Lisa too hard. Lisa has actually, she has told me she's been on a much better sleep schedule. We're very proud of her. I've been on a much better sleep schedule, you guys. It's not the best, but because I have to wake up at about 8, I've been on work nights. I've been trying to go to bed as close to midnight as I can. Sometimes a little over, and it always takes me a little bit to fall asleep, but I've been actually, like, on a better schedule. It's annoying because everyone I watch starts streaming when I sleep. Lisa, you need to find some European people. Not that we don't want you to watch, but you need to find more European people to watch. No! Lisa, what are you gonna do once I start up Danganronpa 3 again, which is happening very soon? I told Lisa once I get more scheduled into an actual schedule at my job, right? Like right now I'm not on a normal schedule because I'm doing, Lisa, do not adjust your schedule. Lisa, I swear to God, I would rather have you just watch the VODs than ruin your sleep schedule. Like, we'll talk. Lisa and I have to have a chat. It's get that Shima. You know no, you might not know what I'm. Looks like me and the producers need to have a little bit of a chat. Hold on, let me pause the music. I have too many tabs open.
Looks like me and the producers need to have a little bit of a talk.
Looks like me and the producers need to have a little bit of a talk. But that's gonna be it. I'm gonna send you off to see an icon. Which icon? I think I know. Yes, I'm gonna send you off to see somebody. They are streaming right now with somebody that we talked about just earlier in this stream. I always thought that sound was from America's Next Top Model. No, it's from Big Brother. It's from Big Brother. They screwed Shima, and then Tyra said that, no, it's Shima Simone. We're gonna raid the lovely Just Ryan, who is currently doing their weekly, bi-weekly maybe, show with Ocean H2 called Bottoms and Topics. And they're playing... What's that get? Lethal Company. I don't know anything about this, but everybody is playing Lethal Company these days. Go show them some love. A lot of besties of streamer over there right now. And I'll be back tomorrow, everybody. Very exciting again. It's the big reveal. Oh yeah, everyone is playing. Lisa, I don't know what it is. But the big reveal tomorrow. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for you guys to judge me because there are some songs that are up there on the list. And I've been trying to get pushed down by listening to other stuff. But I don't know if I was successful in that. We'll find out tomorrow. Go show them some love. A great stream. I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I feel like you all are going to be so judgy towards me. I feel like I'm going to get judged so heavily for the songs. So heavily for the songs, but fingers crossed, maybe it'll be okay. Have a lovely rest of your night. Kiss, kiss. I'm gonna go have more booze with Kelly, maybe. Okay, bye.
Good night, everyone. Stay super freaky. Have great vagina. I love you.
Love you.
Another raid?
Add! My bestie Addie!
What is happening?